All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into a really cool AI startup idea. Seriously, this thing could completely change the game for inventors and, how they protect their most brilliant creations. So let's just jump right in with a question, a big one. It's something every founder, every innovator, heck, every single inventor has to ask themselves at some point. What's the real price of a great idea? The answer? Well, on average, you're looking at more than $10,000. Let that sink in. That's just for one patent. It's this huge financial wall that can literally stop a world-changing idea in its tracks before it even has a chance to get off the ground. Okay, section 1, the high cost of ideas. And believe me, that steep price tag, it's really just the tip of the iceberg. It's part of a much bigger, way more complicated problem that plagues pretty much anyone trying to bring a new invention to life. Look, the patent system as it stands today, it's a total maze. It's painfully slow, it's crazy expensive, and it is just loaded with risks. I mean, you can pour all this time and money in only to get hit with a rejection. Or maybe worse, you get a patent that's so watered down, it's practically useless. And what does that do? It creates massive bottlenecks for research and development. It just slows everything down. And this quote really nails it. It says inventors and small businesses often lack the resources. And that leads to these costly rejections or weak patents. This is the core of the problem, right? The system often sidelines the very people we need innovating the most.
Okay, section 2. So what if there was a better way? A way to kind of level the playing field? Well, let's bring in the hero of our story today, the idea for an AI patent copilot.
So what is it? Think of it like a super smart assistant for your intellectual property. It's powered by AI and it's built from the ground up to do one thing: make the whole patent process way faster, a whole lot cheaper, and just much, much more effective. Now, this isn't just some random shower thought. It's a really solid concept. And what makes it so compelling is who came up with it. A professional named Suresh, who has an incredible 35 years of experience. We're talking auto, pharma, IT, you name it. He's been everything from an engineer to a CEO. So this idea isn't just a fantasy. It's forged from decades of real-world, in-the-trenches experience with how innovation actually works. All right, section 3, the AI-powered magic. So you're probably thinking, okay, that sounds great, but how does it actually work? Let's pull back the curtain and look at the tech that makes this whole thing tick. First up, you've got something called semantic AI search. This isn't your average keyword search. No. This thing is like a super sleuth for ideas. It goes way beyond words to understand the actual meaning behind your invention. It can then dig through millions of patents and papers to find concepts that are similar, stuff a human researcher could easily miss. And then there's the writer on the team, natural language generation. Imagine having an expert patent attorney on call 24/7. This AI takes the details of your invention and poof, it drafts the super precise, legally sound claims and descriptions that patent offices demand. And yeah, it gets the formatting perfect every single time. But here's where it gets really powerful. It's not just one cool trick. This is a full-stack AI platform. You have different AI agents that manage all the different tasks. There's an AI that scores your application and predicts how likely it is to be approved. It can even generate the compliant patent drawings for you. It's the whole shebang, all working together. Okay, so we've got this incredible tool. But how does that translate into something bigger? Let's talk about unlocking global innovation. This is where you see the real potential. Just look at these numbers. The market for IP services is already huge. We're talking over $6.6 billion. And it's not slowing down. It's growing at 12% a year. That tells you one thing. People are desperate for a better way to do this. So who is this for? Well, basically everyone in the innovation space. You've got your patent law firms trying to streamline their work. You've got the big corporate R&D labs that need to innovate faster. You've got startup founders watching every penny, even university tech offices, and of course, the solo inventors working out of their garages. There's a huge range of people who need this. I mean, just look at the comparison. The old way, you're talking months of work, over 10 grand out of your pocket, and a ton of uncertainty. The AI way, we're talking days or weeks. It could be up to 60% cheaper, and you go from just crossing your fingers to having a predictable outcome. This isn't just tweaking the system. It's a complete revolution. All right, section 5. This isn't just wishful thinking. There's a real blueprint for building this new tool. And here it is, a step-by-step plan to get a working version and MVP out the door. Look at this. In just the first few weeks, you build the searcher. Then a few weeks later, the drafter is up and running. By week 10, you've added the artist and reviewer. It's a super focused, incredibly fast way to get a real product into people's hands. And the plan for making money is just as smart. It's not one size fits all, which is key. If you're a startup founder or an inventor, you can just pay per project. If you're a law firm using it all the time, you get a monthly subscription. And for the big corporate R&D departments, enterprise licensing. It's flexible, it's tailored, it just makes sense. So how do you find those first customers? Well, the strategy is pretty clever. You could offer a free prior art search. That's a great hook to get people in the door. Then you hit patent attorneys with targeted LinkedIn ads. You partner up with startup accelerators who have tons of potential users. And you host webinars to talk directly to the inventor community. It's a solid plan.
So when you step back and look at the whole picture, the tech, the market, the business plan, you start to realize something. This isn't really just about patents. It's about something way bigger. It's about accelerating the entire cycle of human invention itself. Think about it. By knocking down those huge barriers of cost and complexity, you're not just helping one inventor. You're speeding up the clock on how fast great ideas become real things that actually change our world.
And that really just leaves us with one last massive question to chew on. If the best ideas were no longer held back by a price tag, if we could unleash every brilliant inventor who's stuck right now because of money, what would we invent next? What amazing things are just waiting to be created?